Today's video is all about diving into the dreamy world of spring cottagecore decor. A delightful blend of nostalgia, nature, and heartwarming simplicity. As the blossoms bloom and soft breezes return, there's no better time to curate your space with delicate gingham prints, warm wood textures, and charming little nooks designed for rest and reflection. Whether you're a seasoned cottagecore enthusiast or just getting started, this aesthetic invites you to slow down, romanticize your surroundings, and add a sprinkle of fairy tale magic to your daily life. Let's create cozy corners and gingham dreams together. One detail at a time. Cottagecore is more than just an aesthetic. It's a lifestyle rooted in the simplicity and tranquility of country living. Think floral prints, handmade touches, soft textiles, and an emphasis on comfort. It romanticizes nature, domesticity, and the beauty of imperfection. For spring, this translates into light pastels, vintage finds, and patterns like gingham that evoke memories of picnics and sun-dappled afternoons. Incorporating these elements into your home encourages mindfulness and a sense of peace. Let's explore how we can bring that essence into every corner, making each space feel like a cozy countryside retreat, right in the middle of spring bloom. There's something irresistibly quaint about gingham. It's a classic checkered pattern that instantly adds charm, especially in springtime. Whether you choose soft pastels like blush pink, sage green, or buttery yellow, or stick to traditional blue or red, gingham radiates a feeling of homey nostalgia. Use it for tablecloths, cushion covers, or curtains. For a modern cottagecore twist, mix gingham with florals or ruffled textures. The key is to layer gently and allow the pattern to pop without overwhelming. Gingham brings cheerfulness and structure, an ideal balance for a space inspired by both nature and coziness. Creating cozy corners is about crafting intentional spaces that offer comfort, warmth, and a moment of calm. These nooks, whether it's a window seat, a reading chair, or a corner of your bedroom, anchor the soul of your home. Add a cushy armchair, a woven throw blanket, and perhaps a stack of vintage books or a cup of herbal tea. These corners are perfect for slowing down, especially in spring, when longer daylight encourages peaceful afternoons. They're the heartbeats of cottagecore living, spaces where the world slows and joy is found in small, meaningful rituals.
A gentle color palette sets the mood for your Cottagecore spring haven.
Think lavender, buttery cream, pale mint, and faded rose. These tones evoke freshness without feeling stark. Use them across textiles, wall paint, and accessories. Pair muted pastels with natural wood, wrought tan, and antique whites to keep the vibe grounded. Don't be afraid to layer different tones of the same color. It adds depth and a subtle lived-in look. The overall effect should feel light, airy, and nostalgic, like stepping into a sunlit garden cottage filled with blooms and birdsong. Cottagecore thrives on the beauty of the past, and spring is a great time to hunt for vintage treasures. Hit your local thrift stores or flea markets for floral teacups, distressed wooden shelves, and embroidered linens. Look for items that tell a story: a cracked ceramic vase, an old picture frame, or a handmade quilt. These pieces bring warmth and authenticity to your decor. Incorporating the old with the new not only supports sustainability but creates a timeless and heartfelt atmosphere that defines the cottagecore charm. Gingham doesn't have to live only on pillows and tablecloths. Think outside the box. Line your drawers with gingham shelf paper, frame a piece of gingham fabric as wall art, or use it as a backdrop for open shelving displays. A gingham-covered lampshade can softly filter light, while a gingham skirt under your farmhouse sink adds instant old-world charm. The versatility of gingham means it can be both subtle and bold, depending on how and where it's used. The goal is to sprinkle it like sugar across your home, just enough to make things sweet. Spring is a season of renewal and creativity, and nothing embodies that more than handmade details. Consider sewing your own gingham napkins, embroidering linen pillowcases with floral designs, or crocheting a pastel doily. Even if you're not the craftiest, small DIYs, like painting an old stool or creating a dried flower bouquet, can infuse your space with personal charm. The imperfections of handmade decor are part of their beauty. They remind us that home is not about perfection but about heart and effort. Cottagecore decor is incomplete without a strong connection to nature. Spring gives us the perfect excuse to bring blooms indoors. Fill mason jars with wildflowers, display fresh herbs in ceramic pots on your windowsill, or place a basket of gathered twigs by the entryway. Open the windows and let fresh air and birdsong become part of your decor. Use botanical prints, floral wallpapers, and natural textures like jute, linen, and wood. These earthy elements ground your space and deepen the cottagecore connection with the outdoors. Layering textures, fabrics, and patterns is a signature cottagecore move. Start with your base pieces, neutral furniture and soft area rugs. Then add layers, a crocheted throw, gingham pillows, a ruffled slipcover, maybe even a quilt draped casually over a chair. These layers add dimension and comfort. Don't be afraid to mix materials like lace, burlap, and cotton. In spring, lighter layers replace heavier winter ones, so aim for breathable textures and flowy silhouettes that echo the season's gentle energy.
Ever dreamed of living in a storybook cottage?
You can capture that whimsy through small styling choices. Add fairy lights to a cozy corner, tuck a hand-painted mushroom figurine into your bookshelf, or place a vintage oil lamp on your nightstand. Use motifs like rabbits, foxes, or birds on your textiles or wall prints. Spring is about renewal and wonder. Lean into that magic with soft, dreamy details that make you feel like you're living in a pastoral fairy tale. Spring is the season for brunches and tea parties, and your table can be the centerpiece of your cottagecore dreams. Use a gingham tablecloth as your base, then layer with vintage plates, pressed flowers, and a hand-picked floral centerpiece. Cloth napkins tied with twine and sprigs of rosemary add an extra thoughtful touch. Even a casual Tuesday lunch becomes special when your table setting feels intentional and charming. This is what cottagecore is all about. Slowing down to savor the everyday. Art plays a subtle yet powerful role in setting the mood. Replace winter art with nature-inspired pieces. Think watercolor wildflowers, botanical diagrams, or vintage garden illustrations. Frame pressed flowers or create a gallery wall with foraged finds. Gingham can even act as a frame backdrop for delicate prints, adding softness and whimsy. These visual cues tie your decor to the season and create a feeling of calm. When you surround yourself with images of nature, you invite that peace into your home and your heart. Stacked vintage books, especially with worn cloth covers or floral spines, double as both decor and escape. Curate a collection with titles that spark joy: fairy tales, herb gardening guides, old poetry. Use books to elevate candles, create layers on shelves, or style your coffee table. In cozy corners, a small bookshelf filled with beloved reads invites quiet moments. The presence of books encourages slower living, mindful time, and the gentle intellectual curiosity that is at the heart of cottagecore. Scent is a powerful mood setter. For spring, choose candles or diffusers with notes like lilac, chamomile, honey, or rosewater. Bake lemon scones or lavender shortbread and let the aroma float through your home. Combine these scents with soft background music, perhaps folk tunes or nature sounds, And suddenly, your home becomes an immersive springtime sanctuary. Add a flickering lantern, and you've created an atmosphere that's calming, romantic, and wholly cottagecore. Windows are often overlooked but can become standout cozy corners. Frame them with gingham or lace curtains and place a chair, a soft cushion, and maybe a trailing ivy or vase of blooms nearby. A window seat is a magical place to watch the world wake up in spring. Whether it's rain falling or birds fluttering by, these views offer gentle inspiration. Let your windows tell the story of the season with simplicity and warmth. Transform your bedroom into a serene cottagecore haven by focusing on soft layers and spring pastels. Choose gingham or floral sheets, add a knitted throw at the foot of the bed, and tuck dried lavender under your pillow. Opt for light, airy curtains and keep a small bedside vase with fresh or dried blooms. Keep lighting soft. Lamps with pleated or gingham shades work beautifully.
Let this be your private retreat where spring whispers and dreamy comfort reign.
Gingham shines especially bright in the kitchen. Try gingham tea towels, apron, or cafe curtains. Pair with vintage dishes, an enamel teapot, or open shelving filled with glass jars of dried herbs and baking goods. A small chalkboard with handwritten recipes or seasonal quotes adds to the charm. The kitchen is the heart of the home, and in cottagecore, it becomes a cozy haven for nourishment and nostalgia. details breathe life into every room. Use faux florals for longevity or rotate fresh blooms weekly. Mix wildflowers, daisies, roses, and lavender in vintage pitchers, jam jars, or glass bottles. Use floral motifs in embroidery, wallpaper borders, or bedding. Spring is the season of blossoms, and your home should echo that abundance. Florals and gingham together are a match made in pastoral heaven. Harsh overhead lighting breaks the cottagecore spell. Use layered lighting to create ambience: string lights, fairy lights, vintage lamps, or candles in antique holders. Lampshades in gingham or floral prints help diffuse light beautifully. Aim for a soft golden glow that mimics the warmth of afternoon sunshine or twilight coziness. Lighting transforms a space emotionally. Make it a gentle hug.
Start the Cottagecore charm right at your front door.
Decorate your entryway with a wreath made of dried flowers, a gingham doormat, and a rustic bench or vintage umbrella stand. A nearby potted lavender plant or woven basket for shoes and accessories ties it all together.
Your entryway sets the tone. Let it whisper, "Welcome to a simpler, cozier world."
Utilize charming wall hooks for both function and style. Hang straw hats, gingham aprons, and woven market bags filled with faux flowers or herbs. These vertical spaces are often underutilized but can add layers of visual interest. It's an easy way to make your walls feel alive, personal, and ever so quaint. just like stepping into a countryside cottage kitchen. Not sure where to start? Swap out winter textures like heavy velvets for light linens. Replace darker candles with pastel taper versions. Change art prints and pillow covers to floral and gingham motifs. Even something as simple as updating your table runner can shift the energy in your space. Cottagecore isn't about buying more. It's about thoughtful changes that reflect the season's spirit. Remember, cottagecore is about how a space feels, not just how it looks. Light a candle during your morning tea, keep a gratitude journal in your cozy corner, or write letters at your gingham-clad table. The magic lies in romanticizing the mundane and cultivating peace in the everyday. Your decor should inspire moments, quiet, beautiful, and meaningful. As we wrap up today's tour of cozy corners and gingham details, remember that the heart of cottagecore is intention. Whether it's a handmade garland, a gingham tea towel, or a corner filled with books and light, every piece should make you feel at home in your soul. This spring, allow your space to bloom with character, warmth, and a touch of pastoral poetry. Don't just decorate. Create a life that's gentle, nostalgic, and filled with wonder. Until next time, Stay cozy and keep creating beauty in the little things.